This is episode 7 of Soundbites on With Sports Radio.
Soundbites is a bi-weekly podcast providing you with practical information on holistic nutrition. On each episode, we feature a new topic to empower you to make healthier choices so you can improve overall health, performance, and prevent disease. Now today, I am going to be answering the question of how you can set up for success when you are starting a new meal plan. Now, the reason I want to focus on this is because there are a lot of things that you need to do and a lot of habits you need to change when you are embarking in a new health journey. I believe that when it comes to a healthy lifestyle, there are many factors that come into play. Like I said before, changing habits, your mindset, the environment that you're surrounded by, the food quality, planning, etc. So the first thing, and which I believe it's the most important and that most people take for granted, is defining their why. Now, what I mean by that is having a clear understanding as of why we want to start a new eating plan. Is it for health reasons? Is it because you feel insecure, uncomfortable in your own body? Now, a lot of the times we would jump straight into nutrition without even taking into consideration the reason behind what we want to achieve, Now, whatever the reason is, you have to make it compelling. It has to be meaningful so that when you are presented with a difficult situation, you can find the motivation within yourself to act in a way that will benefit you and get you closer to your goal. Now, a lot of people would think that it's because of the food that they keep failing, that they don't find their goals, that they don't achieve their goals. But the main reason, I believe, it's because we don't have a clear understanding of our why. Now, you have to realize that outcome is not the same as motivation. And I will give you some examples because I have been through this. So I completely understand when someone says, I want to lose weight. I want to have more energy. I want to be healthier. Now, those are all amazing reasons, but those are outcomes. If you start a healthier lifestyle, of course you're going to lose weight. Of course you're going to have more energy. But those are outcomes. I don't believe that you're going to be motivated to say, okay, I am experiencing a difficult situation right now. I had a really bad day. I didn't plan my meals. But I want to lose weight. You've been carrying that extra weight for maybe a couple months, maybe a couple years. So why is it that now it's going to motivate you? Now, the outcomes are important. But what will really make a difference is asking the second question. So the first question is going to be, what is your outcome? What do you want to accomplish? And now the second question is why? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to have more energy? So whatever outcome you want to achieve, the second question is why. So the first example, which is honestly the most common one, I want to lose weight. One would say, okay, my outcome is I want to lose weight. And then the second question is, why would you want to lose weight? Here is where you can find your own motivation. And I will also give you some examples so that you can dig deep, and everyone's going to have a different reason. There's no right or wrong. It's just what is going to be motivating for you personally. Is it because maybe you cannot do some of the things that you used to do when you had a healthier weight? Maybe you're just feeling left out of some activities that you can no longer do because you might not feel confident, or maybe you just can't do them anymore. And that might motivate you to actually take action. Now, just remember that whatever your reason is, you have to make it meaningful. You have to be as detailed as possible, and I promise you this will make your journey way easier. And the last thing about this, about your why, is writing it down in a place that you can see. I personally recommend that you write it on your phone, screenshot it, maybe just put it as a background, because let's be honest, we're all on our phones every single day. Or just if you want to put it on your fridge, wherever it is that you're going to be going every day, it's very important to be reminded of why we're doing what we're doing. And that's something so simple that a lot of people take for granted. The second thing that I want to talk about today is about progress, not perfection. A lot of people believe that when you start a meal plan or you start a healthier lifestyle, it has to be perfect. And that if you have a bad day, it means that you're never going to be able to follow a meal plan or be successful with your health. And that is not true. You have to understand that when it comes to lifestyle, it's never about perfection. And honestly, when it comes to anything, perfection. It's something that's unattainable. It's something that if you're focused on that, you will only end up disappointed because it's something that it does not exist. And if you want to get better at something, you actually have to go through those bad days so that you can learn. Now, you have to realize that there will be good days. There will be not so good days. There's nobody in this world who only has good days. I promise you that when it comes to nutrition or anything else. Whether it is that you ate more than you should, maybe you skipped meals, maybe you ate good, but you had an upset stomach and you were bloated, you were gassy. That is normal and everyone goes through that. Now, the question is, okay, what should I do on those cases? There's a quote that I really like that it goes like this. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You have to make sure you always have a plan. That will always make your life easier. And just keep it simple. I personally recommend that you take out a piece of paper, write down 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, 2 dinners, and 2 snacks if you're a snacker, and pick foods that you know you like and that you believe are healthier for you. Because when it comes to health, you have to understand that you have to listen to your body. There might be foods that you think are healthy, and then when you eat them, you might not feel well. So go ahead, create your meal plan, keep it simple, add the foods that you like, see how you feel, and just make sure you do your shopping on time. Because this will not only save you time, it will save you money, and it will ensure that you have the meals ready when you need them. And lastly, guys, celebrate the good days and learn from the bad. When it doesn't have to be a food reward, it doesn't have to be that way. I totally agree that if one day you want to have a pizza, if you want to have a hamburger, it's totally fine. I don't personally like to call it a cheat meal because you're not cheating. You're just being a human. You're just being normal. So have those balanced meals and just feel good. Make sure you're exercising, make sure you are taking care of yourself. And when you have those days in which you didn't follow the plan, just learn what didn't work. How was I feeling? Ask yourself questions, and I promise you, you will come with an answer that will empower you. I hope you found this helpful. And if you would like more information, please visit my website provided on show notes. You can also email info@wispsports with any questions you may have about nutrition. There will also be links in the show notes accompanying this episode at wispsports.com. Just go to listen and click on sound bites. And while you're there, you can also find more conversations from the world of women's sport. And please subscribe to Wisp Sports Radio on your favorite podcast player. I also wanted to let you know that Wisp Sports is running a Patreon campaign, which is sort of like a Kickstarter campaign for podcasters. Wisp is doing a lot to draw more attention to women's sports, not just triathlon, ski racing, but also sports like rugby, hockey, sailing, cycling, and more. There will be a link to the campaign in the show notes, and I hope you'll go and check it out and become a supporter so we can continue promoting women in sport. You can also post your comments and share on social media. Just look for Maricarmen Farias and at Wisp Sports on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Thank you for listening.